Shalom, shalom, giving all praises to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shah, Bashem, Rakakadash, double honors to the apostles and the elders of GMS, the rule and teach well in the scripture and salutation, how Yakim out there is doing this work in truth and sincerity. Um, you know, the Lord is at hand, the Lord is at work, the Lord is doing what He set out that He was going to do. So, you know, we're to give diligence to make our calling and election sure. And so we give all thanks to Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shah, you know, for what we have, for what we're going through, the bad as well as the good, so that He can make us perfect. And that's His ultimate goal, is to make us perfect, to make sure that His words come to pass. And His words will come to pass. The spirit of prophecy is in the air. And a lot of people don't understand what prophecy is. They don't care. So, the Lord's people are being called by the Lord. They're being called by Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah to come back, to stop making sacrifices to idols and other gods, and to make sacrifices to Him, to the Most High, to our power. Okay. If you guys are tuning in for the first time, the kingdom of heaven is at hand. The kingdom of heaven will be on earth. You know, just like Psalms 121. And the word, the promise for the people that are poor. And so, for the people that are poor, I'm mainly speaking to the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Only the confusion of faith that are scattered throughout across the land. So, you know, knowing that the Lord's judgment is at hand, and He's going to judge His people, He's going to judge the world. Knowing that the Lord is on His way and He's moving quickly, we are to turn back to Him. Okay, we are to make sure that we're doing the things that we're set out to do to please the Lord, because this is this is our duty to fear the Most High and keep His commandments. And so, if you fear the Most High, you're gonna obey Him, because there's a double-edged sword. And there's two things, you know, on that sword. So you are gonna be rewarded for the good things you do. There's a reward for that. There's a reward for seeking after the Most High, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah. And so with that same sword is a reward for the wicked. Okay, and the Most High has endless accounts where and what he can do to you. The possibilities are endless. The Lord is mustering up these nations to go to war. And so while he's mustering up these nations to go to war, they're going to have something called an RFID chip. RFID, and you have people from other camps. They're really either, number one, they don't believe in this. Number two, they've been paid off. Okay, they took the Jewish first. And so we know the end all be all with that. We can start off in Proverbs chapter 15, verse 1. And so these are for the Lord's children, the Lord's men. Okay, and how to conduct yourselves in life. See, a soft answer turns away wrath, but grievous words stir up anger. His tongue of the wise useth knowledge aright, but the mouth of fools pour out foolish. The eyes of the Lord are in every place, and the eyes of the Lord are the angels. And they're literally everywhere. Let's say reading again. The tongue of the wise useth knowledge aright, but the mouth of fools pour out foolishness. And so, people don't have a bridle on their tongue. They don't really know when to speak and when not to speak. Basically, is what it's saying. The eyes of the Lord are in every place, beholding the evil and the good. A wholesome tongue is a tree of life, but perverseness therein is a breach in the spirit. And so we know what a breach is. Okay, a breach is an opening, an opening that's not supposed to be open. All right, a hole, a cavity, something that's not supposed to be there that cause an opening. This is a breach. Okay, it's allowing things to get in that's not supposed to get in. Okay. A fool despises his father's instruction. And so, okay, we're talking about our natural fathers, but ultimately, we're talking about the Heavenly Father, Yahweh. A fool despises his father's instruction, but he that regardeth reproof is prudent. In the house of the righteous is much treasure, but in the revenues of the wicked is trouble. The lips of the wise disperse knowledge, but the heart of the foolish doeth not so. A sacrifice of the wicked is an abomination in his delight. The way of the wicked is an abomination unto the Lord, but he loveth him that followeth after righteousness. And so this lesson, is for the persecution that we're going to face as being prophets, as being men of the Lord. Okay, we're going to face these persecutions. These are the things that we're going to go through. We're going to be delivered up to the judges. We're going to be delivered up to magistrates, people of high authority, thrown in prison, this, that, and the other. Okay, our duty is to keep the faith of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. That's our duty, is to keep the faith of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And so, when we keep the faith of the Lord is going to keep us. Regardless of what trials and tribulations that we go through, we're going to be taken care of. All right? And so, this is just an insight, an exoneration for you brothers that's out there, knowing that, we're going to be facing some very terrible times. We're going to be facing some, through the famine of the word, through martial law, Lord willing, we endure until the end. So with that, I hope this lesson was edifying. Giving all praises to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua B'Shem Rakar Kadash and Abba Ball to America. Destruction to the 2/3. Destruction to the wicked. Destruction to Esau Edom. Destruction to the heathen. And salvation for the elect. Shalom.